Most men think emotional attraction is obvious. They think if a woman likes them deeply, she will say it directly, text first every time, show jealousy openly, or make her feelings impossible to miss. But real emotional attraction is often quieter than that. Sometimes it hides behind small looks, delayed replies, strange questions, sudden distance, nervous jokes, careful attention, and tiny changes in her behavior that most men ignore because they are waiting for something louder. And that is why so many men miss the truth. They look for big signs while the real signs are happening in the details. A woman can be emotionally attracted to you long before she is ready to admit it. Because emotional attraction is not just about finding you attractive, it is about feeling something around you that she cannot easily explain. It is safety mixed with tension, curiosity mixed with comfort, respect mixed with desire. She starts caring about how you see her. She starts noticing your moods. She starts remembering your words. She starts acting different when other people are around. She may not say, I feel connected to you, but her behavior begins to reveal that your presence is affecting her more than she expected. Here is where most men get confused. They only understand physical attraction because physical attraction is easier to read. A smile, a touch, a compliment, a look. But emotional attraction is deeper, slower, and more powerful. It changes how she listens to you. It changes how she reacts when you become distant. It changes how she behaves when you give attention to someone else. It changes how much she wants to know about your life, your past, your plans, your weaknesses, and your private thoughts. When a woman is emotionally attracted, she is not only interested in your face, your body, or your confidence. She is interested in your world. She wants access to the parts of you that other people do not see. But the dangerous mistake is rushing. If you notice these signs and immediately become needy, you can kill the tension. If you see her opening emotionally and you start chasing too hard, you can make her pull back. The strongest man does not panic when he sees attraction. He stays calm, observes the pattern, and lets the connection grow without forcing it. Because hidden attraction becomes powerful only when you understand it without becoming controlled by it. In this video, you're going to learn the 10 hidden signs she is emotionally attracted to you, the psychology behind each one, and why most men miss these signals until it is too late. Because sometimes the woman who feels the most is not the one who speaks the loudest. Sometimes she is the one watching, remembering, testing, and slowly revealing that you have entered a place in her mind she did not expect. Before we start, I want to say something about the quizzes. I see many of you watching but not participating. Don't just watch. Prove you understood. Choose your answer and demonstrate the mindset you're building. These aren't entertainment, they're daily training. Engage consistently and you'll see the difference. Sign number one, she remembers small details. You forgot you said the first hidden sign she is emotionally attracted to you is that she remembers small details you barely remember sharing. Most men miss this because they expect attraction to show up as flirting, compliments, or direct attention. But when a woman is emotionally drawn to you, her mind starts collecting pieces of you quietly. She remembers the song you mentioned once. She remembers the problem you said you were dealing with. She remembers your favorite place, the way you like something, the dream you casually talked about, or even a small complaint you made weeks ago. To most people, those details disappear quickly, but to a woman who feels emotionally connected, those details become important because they make her feel closer to your inner world. This is powerful because memory reveals emotional investment. People remember what touches them, what interests them, and what matters to them. When she brings up something you said casually, she is not just showing a good memory. She is showing that your words stayed with her after the conversation ended. You lived in her mind longer than the moment itself. Maybe she says, didn't you say you had that thing today? Or, you still listen to that artist? Or, I remember you told me you don't like that. It may sound small, but the psychology behind it is deep. She is proving that she listens differently when it comes to you. But here is where you must stay calm. Do not overreact when you notice this. Do not immediately think, she loves me, and start acting too excited. Emotional attraction grows best when you let it breathe. If she remembers your details, reward it with calm appreciation, not desperation. A simple, confident response like, you remembered that, with a small smile is stronger than acting shocked or needy. It lets her feel seen without making you look like you are starving for confirmation. The deeper sign is not only that she remembers, but how she uses what she remembers. If she brings it up to check on you, tease you, help you, connect with you, or show she understands you, then her attention is becoming personal. She is not just watching you from the outside anymore, she is entering your world quietly, one small detail at a time. And when a woman starts remembering the little things, it often means one big thing. Your presence is no longer passing through her mind, it is staying there. Sign number two, she tries to understand the real you, not just the surface you. The second hidden sign she is emotionally attracted to you is that she starts trying to understand the real version of you, not just the version everyone else sees. This is different from casual interest. A woman can enjoy your jokes, like your style, laugh at your confidence, or think you are attractive without being emotionally attached. But when emotional attraction begins, her questions become deeper. She wants to know why you think the way you think, what shaped you, what you hide behind your calm face, what makes you different when nobody is watching, and what kind of man you are beneath the image. She is not only looking at your outside, she is trying to reach the private room inside you. Most men miss this sign because it does not always look romantic at first. She may ask about your childhood, your goals, your fears, your family, your past relationships, your beliefs, or why you react calmly in situations where other men lose control. She may ask strange questions that seem simple, but they are not random. She is gathering emotional information. She is trying to discover whether you are safe, strong, serious, wounded, mysterious, disciplined, or different from the men she already understands. When a woman is emotionally attracted, she becomes curious about your inner world because she wants to feel closer to something deeper than your appearance. But here's the important part. Do not reveal everything too fast. Many men become too open the moment a woman asks deeper questions. They start confessing every wound, every insecurity, every painful story, and every emotional detail. Thinking vulnerability will create connection, but emotional attraction needs balance. You can be honest without becoming emotionally naked too early. You can answer with depth without giving away your entire mystery. A strong man lets her enter slowly. He gives enough truth to create connection, but keeps enough privacy to maintain depth. For example, if she asks why you are so calm, you do not need to explain your whole life story. You can say, I learned that reacting fast usually costs more than staying centered. That kind of answer gives her something real, but it does not make you look like you are begging to be understood. It invites curiosity. It makes her want to know more. When she tries to understand the real you, she is not just making conversation, she is testing emotional access. She wants to know whether there is something behind your silence, your confidence, your discipline, and your presence. And if she keeps returning to deeper questions, it often means your outer image got her attention, but your inner world is what is starting to pull her in. Sign number three, her mood changes when your attention changes. The third hidden sign she is emotionally attracted to you is that her mood changes when your attention changes. This is one of the strongest signs most men miss because it is not always direct. She may not say, I miss your attention or why are you acting different, but her behavior begins to shift when she feels your energy moving away. Maybe she becomes quieter when you stop giving her the same warmth. Maybe she suddenly becomes more playful after you pull back. Maybe she watches you more closely when you talk to another woman. Maybe she acts a little cold, not because she does not care, but because she is trying to hide that your distance affected her. Emotional attraction is revealed when your presence has the power to change her emotional state. This does not mean you should play games with her attention. It means you should observe how she responds when your energy is no longer automatic. A woman who feels nothing will usually not care if your attention changes. She may notice, but it will not disturb her inner rhythm. But a woman who is emotionally attracted often reacts in small ways. She may ask, Are you okay? She may say, You've been different lately. She may suddenly send a message after you stop initiating. She may become more interested when she senses that your focus is not fully on her anymore. These are not always big dramatic signs, but they reveal that your attention has emotional weight. The key is to stay calm when you see this. Most men get excited too quickly and immediately give all their attention back. They think finally she cares and then they rush toward her with full availability. But if you reward every tiny reaction with too much energy, you teach her that a small emotional signal is enough to control your rhythm. A strong man notices the shift, but he does not become a prisoner of it. He stays warm, balanced, and measured. The deeper psychology is simple. When a woman is emotionally attracted, your attention becomes valuable because it affects how seen, chosen, and connected she feels. If she feels your focus leaving and reacts, it may mean she has started attaching emotion to your presence. But remember, the sign is not only that she reacts, the real sign is whether she becomes more genuine, more consistent, and more open after the reaction. So, watch the pattern, not one moment. If your changed attention makes her reveal more effort, more curiosity, or more softness, then something deeper may be growing. Because when your attention starts affecting her mood, it often means you are no longer just another man in the background. You have become someone whose energy matters. Sign number 4. She gets quietly jealous but tries not to show it. The fourth hidden sign she is emotionally attracted to you is that she gets quietly jealous but tries not to show it. This is not always the loud jealousy people imagine. She may not argue, accuse, or ask direct questions. Instead, her jealousy appears in subtle changes. Maybe her face shifts when you mention another woman. Maybe her energy becomes colder when she sees someone giving you attention. Maybe she suddenly asks, "Who is that?" in a tone that sounds casual but feels too focused. Maybe she starts joking about your other girls, not because it is only a joke, but because she is testing how close someone else is to you. Emotional attraction often makes a woman care about your attention before she is ready to admit she wants it. Most men miss this because they expect jealousy to be obvious. But a woman who has pride, emotional control, or fear of looking too interested may hide it carefully. She does not want you to know that your attention affects her. She does not want to look like she is competing. So instead of saying, "I don't like seeing you with her," she may become distant, sarcastic, quieter, or suddenly more curious. She may ask small questions that seem harmless, but underneath she is collecting information. How do you know her? Do you talk to her often? Is she your type? These questions can look playful on the surface, but if her energy changes while asking them, there may be emotion behind them. But here's the important warning. Do not use jealousy as a weapon. A weak man notices her reaction and starts creating jealousy on purpose. He talks about other women too much, posts things to provoke her, or tries to make her feel replaceable. That may create a reaction, but it can also destroy trust and make you look immature. A strong man does not need to make her jealous. He simply lives with value, options, and confidence. If she feels something, he observes it without turning it into a game. The real sign is not jealousy alone. The real sign is jealousy mixed with emotional care. If she becomes protective of your attention, but also warmer, more curious, or more invested afterward, then her reaction may reveal that she sees you as more than a casual person. She may be trying to understand where she stands in your world. When a woman gets quietly jealous, it often means your attention has started to feel important to her. She may not claim you with words, but her emotional reaction reveals that somewhere inside, she does not like the idea of someone else becoming closer to you than she is. Sign number 5, she opens up, then suddenly pulls back. The fifth hidden sign she is emotionally attracted to you is that she opens up, then suddenly pulls back. This is one of the most confusing signs because it can look like mixed signals, and sometimes it is. But when emotional attraction is involved, the pullback often happens because she feels herself becoming too exposed. One moment, she is telling you personal things, sharing stories she does not tell everyone, laughing deeply, asking real questions, and letting you see a softer side of her. Then suddenly she becomes quiet, colder, slower to reply, or acts like nothing happened. Most men take this personally and think she lost interest, but sometimes she did not lose interest. She became aware of how much she revealed. When a woman is emotionally attracted, vulnerability can feel risky. She may enjoy the connection, but then her pride, fear, or past experiences tell her to protect herself. She may think, why did I tell him that? Or, why do I feel so comfortable with him? Or, what if he sees too much? So she pulls back to regain control, not because she feels nothing, but because she felt more than she expected. This is especially true if she is used to staying guarded, if she has been hurt before, or if she does not want to appear emotionally available too quickly. The mistake many men make is chasing her immediately when she pulls back. They try to reopen the deep conversation, ask what changed, or push for the same warmth again. But that pressure can make her retreat even more. A strong man understands the rhythm. If she opens up and then pulls back, he does not panic. He gives space. He stays calm. He lets her feel that being vulnerable with him does not create pressure, neediness, or emotional demand. That makes him feel safer than the men who become intense the moment she shows softness. The real sign is in the pattern. If she keeps opening up, pulling back, then returning again with more depth, it may mean she is slowly trusting you while fighting her own fear of closeness. She is not just playing, she is managing an inner conflict between wanting connection and wanting control. Your job is not to force her to choose faster. Your job is to stay steady enough that she can feel the difference between a man who wants access and a man who can handle depth. Because when a woman opens the door to her inner world, even for a moment, it often means you are no longer just entertaining her, you are reaching a place she usually protects. Sign number 6, she tests your emotional stability without saying it directly. The sixth hidden sign she is emotionally attracted to you is that she starts testing your emotional stability without saying it directly. This is something most men misunderstand because they think every test is disrespect. Every cold moment is rejection, and every strange behavior means she is playing games. But sometimes when a woman begins feeling emotionally drawn to you, she quietly wants to know what kind of man you are when things are not easy. Are you calm when she becomes distant? Are you secure when she does not reply fast? Are you respectful when she disagrees with you? Are you still grounded when she does not give you the reaction you expected? She may not ask these questions out loud, but her behavior often creates the situations where your answers are revealed. This does not mean you should tolerate disrespect or become a man who accepts confusion forever. It means you must learn the difference between a test and a pattern. A test may be a moment where she watches how you respond to tension. A pattern is repeated behavior that drains your peace and lowers your value. If she becomes a little distant and you immediately panic, accuse her, chase her, or start acting needy, she sees that your confidence depends too much on her approval. But if you remain calm, respectful, and centered, she begins to feel that your emotional strength is real. A woman who is emotionally attracted often wants to feel safe around your energy. But safety is not only about kindness, it is also about stability. For example, she may tease you to see if you are insecure. She may disagree with you to see if you become defensive. She may delay a reply to see if you lose control. She may act less available for a moment to see if you start begging for attention. Again, this is not permission for her to mistreat you. It is a reminder that your reaction reveals your level. Most men fail because they try to prove themselves with words, but a woman learns more from how you behave under pressure than from what you claim about yourself. The powerful move is to stay composed without becoming passive. If something is small, do not overreact. If something becomes disrespectful, address it calmly or step back. That balance is rare. It shows that you are not easily shaken, but you are not weak either. You can be patient without being a pushover. You can be kind without being desperate. You can care without losing your frame. When she tests your stability and you remain grounded, she begins to feel a deeper kind of attraction, not just excitement, not just chemistry, respect. An emotional attraction grows strongest when a woman feels that your presence is not fragile, your confidence is not fake, and your calm does not disappear the moment she becomes difficult. Sign number 7, she finds small excuses to stay connected. The seventh hidden sign she is emotionally attracted to you is that she finds small excuses to stay connected, even when she tries to make it look casual. She may not say, I want to talk to you, because that feels too direct. She may not text, I miss your energy, because that would expose too much. Instead, she creates little doors. She asks a question she could easily answer herself. She sends you something that reminded her of a conversation you had. She reacts to something small, asks for your opinion, brings up an old joke, or finds a reason to continue a conversation that should have already ended. On the surface, it looks simple. Underneath, it can reveal emotional attachment. Most men miss this sign because they only look for big moves. They expect her to confess, chase, or make her feelings obvious. But many women test emotional closeness through small openings first. She wants to see if the connection is still there. She wants to feel your energy without risking too much. She wants access, but she wants it in a way that still protects her pride. So instead of walking through the front door, she taps lightly on the window and waits to see if you notice. That small excuse may be her way of saying, I still want a reason to be near you. But here is where you must be careful. Do not overfeed small effort. If she gives you a small opening, respond with calm warmth, not desperate excitement. If she sends a casual message, do not turn it into a long, emotional conversation immediately. If she asks for your opinion, answer confidently and keep your energy balanced. The goal is to let the connection grow naturally without making her feel that one small signal gives her full control over your attention. The deeper sign is repetition. One small excuse can mean nothing. But if she keeps finding reasons to talk, keeps returning to your energy, keeps creating little moments of contact, then she is not just being random. She is maintaining a thread between you. And when a woman keeps protecting that thread, it often means she does not want the connection to disappear. A man with emotional control sees this clearly. He does not chase the excuse. He reads the intention behind the pattern. Because sometimes the woman who is emotionally attracted will not say, I want you closer. She will simply keep creating reasons for you not to drift too far. At the end, emotional attraction is not always loud, obvious, or easy to read. Sometimes the woman who feels something deeply is not the woman who says it first. Sometimes she hides behind silence, pride, small jokes, careful questions, sudden distance, or tiny signs that most men overlook because they are waiting for a dramatic confession. But if you understand the psychology, you begin to see the hidden pattern. She remembers small details because your words stayed in her mind. She tries to understand the real you because your inner world has become interesting to her. Her mood changes when your attention changes because your energy has started to matter. She gets quietly jealous because part of her does not like imagining your attention somewhere else. She opens up and pulls back because closeness feels powerful but also risky. And that is why you must never rush when you notice these signs. A weak man sees emotional attraction and immediately becomes needy. He starts chasing harder, texting more, asking for labels, pushing for answers, and trying to turn every soft moment into proof that she is his. But emotional attraction is delicate. If you force it too fast, you can make her retreat. If you become too available too quickly, you can remove the tension. If you act like every small sign is a guarantee, you may look like a man who is starving for confirmation. The strongest move is to stay calm, observe the pattern, and let her emotional investment grow without pressure. The truth is, hidden attraction becomes strongest when a woman feels two things at the same time: safety and respect. She needs to feel safe enough to open, but she also needs to respect you enough not to take your attention for granted. That balance is rare. If you become too cold, she may not trust you. If you become too available, she may not feel the depth of your value. But when you are warm without chasing, confident without arrogance, honest without overexposing yourself, and calm without becoming passive, you create the kind of emotional space that makes her feel more than simple interest. So when you notice these 10 signs, do not become a detective and do not become desperate. Watch the pattern. Does she remember your details? Does she ask deeper questions? Does she react when your attention changes? Does she create small excuses to stay connected? Does she care how you see her? Does she soften around you in a way she does not with others? If the answer keeps repeating, then you may not be imagining it. Something emotional may be growing beneath the surface. But remember this, signs are not the final proof. Consistency is. A woman can show attraction in moments, but real emotional attraction becomes clear through repeated effort, deeper trust, and the way she keeps returning to your energy. So do not chase the signs. Become the man who can receive them calmly, because when a woman is emotionally attracted to you, she may not always say it directly, but her behavior will begin to reveal the truth. And the truth is simple. When she remembers you, studies you, reacts to you, opens to you, and becomes soft around you, you are no longer just someone she notices. You are becoming someone she feels.